Hi guys, welcome to the Adderley podcast.
Yay! Guys, I'm so excited about today. But not to assume, my name is Phoebe.
My name is Elsie.
And I'm Tabitha.
And I'm Pearl Kisembo.
Mm-hmm.
I've been married 1 year and a month. 1 year and a month. No child. I'm a pastor's wife. Yeah, no child yet. I'm a pastor's wife. I'm a stay home. Professionally, I'm a lawyer. I'm a stay home, but I'm into business. Yes. What else? What else is about me? I love to talk. I love to make friends. I love love. Yeah. I make pork. I make fried pork. Then I'm also entering into homekeeping services. Yeah. So I think that's, in summary, that's where I am.
Nice, guys. Today we're talking about a very mushy-gashy topic. We're talking about dating, godly dating. I think you will know where each of us falls on that spectrum as we continue in this subject. But we're going to start with a small teaser, just teaserizing, yeah? Everyone is going to share with us a song with like Christian lyrics that describes their current love life. We'll go in this order. Yeah.
Okay. I don't sing, but...
Love it so much. Love it so much. Copy and paste here. Anyways, guys, my song. Let me play it for you.
But you sing, Phoebe.
Yeah, but like the way this song is, you need to listen to it. Guys.
Will you cry?
I may. Take heart, guys. Take heart. Take heart defines my love life because the Lord is really taking my heart, guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also to plug that
song.
Okay, no, that's not the point. It's just take heart. You overcame, guys. Whatever it is, pain, fear. Yeah, I think that's the place. Love, men. Who are good people? We are not here to bash. Yeah.
I want to plug that song. That song is Not in a Rush by John Michael.
Love it so much.
Candy Zan who
Give you that song.
Who basically like she was like, I know the song for you. This is you.
Don't rush.
So yeah.
Well, I'm going to just say to read out the lyrics of the song. It's called One Prayer Left by Ryan Griffin. And these are the words, you guys. I've done my fair share of talking to the good Lord. I've asked for a bigger house and more money in the bank. I've asked for more times than I can count. But if tomorrow it all ran out, and if I only had one prayer left, I wouldn't ask for a thing. I wouldn't waste my breath, because the one thing I need is right here staring at me. So I know just what I would do. If I only had one prayer left, I would thank God for my husband. Wow.
Must be nice. We love it for you.
So nice.
Don't cry. Ryan Griffin.
Okay, so mine as well, also plugged by Candy.
Have Doctor in it.
Yeah, love lyrical doctor. It's called You, Me and Jesus by Abra North. So, babe, I hope you're listening. Come what may, the highs, the lows. Well, this life will be hard, but you and me won't. When the matters rise and face the fire, we'll rest in our foundation. Hand in hand on our knees, nothing between us, you, me, and Jesus.
Wow, nice. Right? I love it, please. I love it so much. I think that gives us a picture of where each of us lies. But our first serious question, and that one was serious, is dating as a Christian even necessary / godly or can we skip to marriage? So just basically answer, what is godly dating? What is this thing, guys? Who created it? Who sent us? Yeah.
Oh, me first.
Yes.
So right now I'm really trying to rack my pregnancy brain for the right word, but it's refusing. So please bear with me. But I think I don't want to use the word dating. I think it's called courtship. Yeah, I think it's absolutely necessary to get to know someone. So that courting period should be to get to know this person who you are even considering walking into marriage with. We hear stories of, and I know people personally who God has told, that's the woman you're going to marry, and the person goes and tells them, or the other way around as well, vice versa, the woman tells the man, and they got married, and it has worked out for them. But
Just like that.
yeah, it has
selected
worked out
few.
for them, yeah. But for the, like she said, selected few, yes. But for the greater majority, I think it's wise to get to know your person for over a period of time, and prayerfully make this decision with a very sober mind. Yeah. So I think it's very important. Godly dating is important.
Yes, madam. Thank God for you.
Well, I think I do agree that dating is important. Just that when we talk about Christian dating, we are not dating like how everyone else dates, like dating for. It's not for the fun of it.
Yeah.
So by the time as a Christian you enter into a romantic relationship, the end goal should be marriage. So even as you want to evaluate this person, get to know them, should be someone that you can actually get married to.
You can't marry them, don't date.
If you cannot submit to them, don't date them. Like if you don't see yourself loving them for eternity, don't date them. So just when we say Christian dating, it has marriage in mind, and also it has Christian boundaries in mind, because as much as you're not yet married and you have marriage in mind, doesn't mean you start acting husband and wife. Like he's not yet your husband and she's not yet your wife. So yeah, those boundaries must be clear in a Christian dating.
Interesting. Yes.
Well, what I think godly dating is where two people who are both submitted to God are getting to know each other with the intention of marriage. Yeah, and walking that journey, like that, the intention is marriage. But like things can happen also along the way. Well, you don't know that person. That's the truth. That's why you're dating, to get to know that person. You might have the intentions of marriage, but once you see the red flags while you're dating, sis, run.
He may be tall, dark,
As
and
fast as
handsome
your little legs
and
can
God
take you.
fearing, but if he's slapping you,
Leave him for Jesus, guys.
that escalated so.
Leave him for Jesus. Nice. I think what I'm here to take notes. I don't know why I'm not the one with the notebook. But what I'm hearing, is like getting to know the person, because I think there is the misconception that once you're ready to marry, or like you desire a relationship, whichever Christian man says hi, like just go down that.
Hi back.
Not every Christian man, not every is for you. So you actually have to get to know that, like. So it's and I think a lot of people, as much as Tabitha mentioned, that there are people who God has explicitly told, this is your person, and they've jumped that
Flourished.
and they've flourished. However, there are others who have gone with the whim of, okay,
I'm Christian,
this man
I'm ready
has
to
come,
date.
he's Christian, and then you just go.
He
like,
says hallelujah.
like you don't know this man. They're actually they are not in the marriage anymore, guys. Like it can be that bad. So I think dating is necessary. I know people like to attack it because they're like, where is it written in the Bible? But I think it's godly wisdom to get to know the person that you're making a decision to live with for the rest of
Mary
your
and
Even in the
Joseph
Bible,
date?
it's
Yeah,
there.
they had
Mary and
courtship.
Joseph
Yeah,
were in courtship.
They were in
Yeah.
courtship.
He was ready to leave her because of the
yes.
red flag of her getting pregnant outside of wedlock. It's actually the angel of the Lord who told him, no, don't leave her. Yeah.
This is
So
my
there
doing.
there was some dating in the Bible.
Yeah,
too.
so
It's like they dated for a while.
yeah,
They were in courtship.
They were
for a
getting to
while.
know each
yeah,
other.
so it's not we don't agree that it should be attacked. It's necessary. It's important that you date the person and you don't stop, because people keep evolving. Like Tabitha mentioned, they're dating even in marriage. You guys had their songs, very romantic, so they didn't stop.
Love is a nice thing.
It is.
Clearly.
Very soon we are joining. Okay,
I'm not in a what?
Not in a rush. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so Paul, you mentioned boundaries. So what are some boundaries that we can put in place before marriage? Because you mentioned the distinction between dating and marriage. So what are some of those boundaries that we can implement as we explore this thing of godly dating? Any can go first.
Some of the boundaries that I can think of, or that were in my mind at the time when I was dating, there is emotional boundaries.
Well,
like
okay.
Yeah. Like, when you're dating, there is a thin line with how vulnerable you can be. Because some vulnerability, you may cry and get a shoulder to cry on, and that shoulder becomes a shoulder.
Becomes a body.
Yeah, it becomes a bare shoulder.
He was giving you just the shoulder, now you have more than
you have more than the shoulder. So there is a limit to how vulnerable you can be emotionally, because when you become emotionally vulnerable with someone, you're going to become emotionally dependent on this person.
And as a woman, that's your way in.
Yeah, as a woman, it's your way in, but also for the man, you're giving him a weapon. He's not yet your husband, and he could emotionally manipulate you, because now he has this thing about you that he can use against you. Remember, we've said you're still evaluating this person. They are not yet your husband. So for a married person, it's okay. But if you're dating, I think there is a limit to how you can be emotionally invested in someone. Not that you start telling lies. Tell the truth, but
you're cold. Your boyfriend asks you,
and you're
how are you? I am blessed and highly favored.
Then, physical boundaries. Physical boundaries that could include PDA. That could include so many things. Sexting, that could include, even pictures, sending, because you must be sexually pure. Some people, some Christians, just be on the virginity card. And then they are not sexually pure. They are doing everything else apart from penetration.
I have my card, guys.
You get? And that's not a godly standard. That's not purity.
Yeah.
When we talk about, because even a non-Christian can be virgin. But are you sexually pure? Are you having that? You're not seeing each other's nakedness.
And also your heart.
Your heart, yeah. And you're not tempting, you send a provoking picture. I remember we used to go for some camp. It was called Glovimo, guys. Glovimo. I mean, for those who know it, it's in full. It's Glory of Virginity Movement.
Sure.
So the past.
Tabitha's face for me.
So, you guys, I attended this camp in P5. I was 8 years. So the pastor would come. I was literally the youngest in that camp that they would be carrying me. The pastor would come and say, Glow. Then we all say, Vimo. Then he says, therefore. Then we say, no sex before marriage. Then he says,
why you only girls?
After proper biblical marriage. Then we say, sex in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening.
Oh, no.
But that's what they were preaching, and many churches preach that.
Is this where men get their unrealistic expectations from?
Ask them, did you go for Glovimo?
Anyway.
Anyway.
But I actually think the purity,
what I was coming
needs to be addressed
even the
properly
way
in
you
church.
dress while you're going for these dates, when you're going to see this person. In that camp, there is something they used to call beeping. Like you're not calling the person, but you're beeping them. So you're showing them thigh power, you're showing them cleavage. And remember, men are visual. So how is
and
he
it's
going
also
to contain
to know that you're wanted?
He's looking at you and he's like,
And you were in P5.
I was in P5. I didn't understand a thing, but
the information has resurfaced now.
Later it helped in life.
Anyway, Tamila is still in shock.
So much truth.
What's killing me? It's that Paula said that it helped later in life.
Later in life now. Now that I'm married.
Yeah.
The after parts now.
No,
I must stay home.
That's okay. We shall
TMI. We are
godly dating. Godly
we are cropping
dating.
this
Godly dating, guys. Anyways,
Yeah,
I really like that you talked about emotional boundaries because I think we've really like made dating so. Because I think the point of dating, one of the things someone used to share with me about the importance of the boundaries, like what he cannot do with you, he will not do with any other woman that's not his wife, because you're not his wife. And what he can do with you, because you're not his wife, he can do with any other woman that is not his wife. So let me explain. So if you're, let me give, from the girl's perspective, if you're crying to this man who is not your husband, what is going to stop you from crying to another man
Who is not
your husband while you have a husband? And I'm saying this, and it's hard, guys, because I have cried to man, but
One man.
Hi, daddy.
I think just reminding ourselves to keep our minds in that space of this moment is necessary to train us in self-control and discipline, because the person who used to tell me this used to say it in the context of, if you can sleep with a woman that's not his wife, even you when you become the wife, he will be able to sleep with someone who is not his wife,
and you will have those insecurities.
Anyways, so it's just to like put your mind in that space of, this is not my husband and I need to keep a distinct line. There's a friend I was talking to, and he said there is a certain budget he can't exceed while spending on a girlfriend, because he wants to keep it clear that, like, even if he has all the money in the world, there is an expense that he can only cross for a wife, not for. And I was like, it's strange. I'm not saying we should write it in stone, but I see the heart behind it. Like, these two are, this is the office leading to the other office, but I think a distinction is necessary.
Salaries are different.
Yeah, that's what is salaries. But yeah, I think, and those, you can put ways in place to keep your heart in the knowledge of, I'm not married to this man, because the things that you're doing without the sex that are putting you in that position of as if you're married are what is going to lead you to what you consider the worst, being sex. Exactly. Like, it's the like you're genuinely
weekend wives.
Like you're genuinely doing those things out of love, but that is what is going to intentionally is what's going to lead to what you consider the worst, because you're already acting as who you shouldn't be. And it's a tough pill. I hope we are all learning, guys.
Giving wife privileges when you're a girlfriend.
When you're a girlfriend.
Anyways, anyone else has an answer to that?
I'm just going to
Boundaries.
add on Paul's thing. I think Proverbs 4:23 is clear. Guard your heart above all else, for it
It's okay. It's okay.
Even the English is in no rush.
Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. That's NLT. So I feel like it's very clear. Very, very, very clear.
Yeah.
And it's, I'm like, okay, I may not be as fibs to
who was crying to man.
Who was crying to, that was, she said man.
Not men.
Not men.
Was specific.
It was very specific to a man.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Hi, man.
Please stop encouraging this crying and entertaining it.
Put
She got her
boundaries,
girls. Wow, guys. Wow. Continue. But I think it's very important, like, even as a boundary in relationships, because it may not even be the crying to the man, but once your heart has gone, even when the red flags are there,
you won't.
You will cry. Let me tell you, people will have to pull you out of that relationship.
Yeah.
Bro.
Because you're gone. Like, once your heart
You come out without
you come out naked the way you came out of the womb. But so it's actually a serious thing. Like, I'm not saying don't love hard. Please love. Be genuine.
But love with
but
love with sense.
It's not possible. It's not possible.
Yeah. You need
I
to
don't think it's possible, but that it's the point of having, like, remaining, like, guarding your heart even while you're there.
Being self-aware, to know that this line will cross if
Yeah.
we tread.
Yeah, like
Also
of
to have
gu-
also to have people around you, like whilst you're in this relationship, don't be in that relationship alone. Have people that you're telling, okay, Mr. Man has said I help him wash his clothes. Should I? Then your friends will be the sense for you. They'll tell you, don't do that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, even if Mr. Man hasn't told you, you know, like women, we have the tendency of when we love, we are finished. So you may
Tell
even be the
us.
one volunteering, and like it's your
Let me
friends who
wash
are going
for
to put some
He's
sense.
sick, he has a cannula.
Exactly. Like
Help him wash.
guys.
I don't want to shake some tempers.
Yeah, and like it's so easy to
He has
like,
a cannula.
You're breaking.
it's so easy to
That's why no, I'm going to defend myself.
Yeah.
I'm just listening to all of
I
you
feel like
right
it's so
now.
innocently to like it's so innocent. You can go innocently,
Yeah.
but it doesn't change the fact that it's an important boundary. And I think you need like the community you said to remind you, because you're innocently going, but the more you cross this boundary, it's going to become blood.
Yeah. And you cannot draw it back
I
again
think
after
I
you've
think
crossed
I
it.
think
Okay, you
the
can
the
maybe.
boundaries, like what we are talking about, like of the emotional boundary and the washing clothes boundaries are different.
Yeah.
Because also like there are times, the truth is you can be dating someone and there are times, don't make it a habit, like of there are times the person is incapacitated and they actually need the help and you have to help them as them being your person.
And you don't have money to pay for them a washer.
yeah, all circumstances. So
Brother, mother, father, sister.
man,
Candy.
Shake
So-
the mango tree.
you never know, like people
Yeah.
have different circumstances. So there are circumstances where you actually have to help, like of, and it
Because you
may
love
be
this person.
yes, like of, it may be going with the taking them to the hospital. It may be like helping, like with helping around with certain
Yeah.
things, like of. But the thing with the heart thing is when there are red flags, me, which is out of past experience. But
Yeah.
this is when I say that man like
Hi, other man.
but
I
like
think we should give these men names.
Hey.
Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry.
Wow.
oh wow. But like of when your heart goes,
Yeah.
like when you don't guard your heart, like of you can, like of everyone. And see that the funny thing is both of you can, when you both have removed that emotional thing, you'll be that two standing on a sinking boat and everyone's telling you jump off the boat,
and
but
you
you're
can't.
holding on to each other for dear life while you're
Yet
drowning.
you're not married. Like you're in a tighter commitment than marriage.
Man.
And I think still on the emotional boundaries, again, Paul mentioned on this a bit, like we are emotional. That's the truth. Like women are emotional. I've seen myself, I'm speaking from experience, where like you genuinely go out of emotion to cry. You don't know where that can lead. They're crying. So you're like, why you're judging, guys, you're judging. Bring the eyes back.
I'm judging you because this chick has more female
Can't
friends than I
relate.
do, and she has sisters more than brothers. But she's crying to a
We
man.
listen, we don't
judge.
judge.
Don't judge.
We listen with anyway. It's okay to judge a little, but I think I'm speaking on that. I'm speaking on that to show that like out of your genuine innocent emotion, for the lady, that is what is going to lead to more if you're not careful, especially if it's the habit. So
True.
take those emotions
So-
to Jesus. Yeah.
It's so nice listening to other people talk about their experiences. But mine is a very hot take that
Yeah.
I know you probably won't agree with, but it worked for me. So growing up, my mother used to tell us that not to date uselessly. Like prayerfully consider a man, and once you feel like that's where God is leading the both of you, then open up. But open up in phases, not hold yourself back until marriage, then
Yeah, true.
the
Yeah.
valleys
True,
come
true.
running.
Yeah, true.
So as my husband and I, when we were courting each other, we had this thing of, apart from the physical boundaries and financial boundaries, we did not think that dating would be any different from marriage. So my anger in dating won't be different in marriage.
Yeah.
My sadness in dating won't be different in marriage. If
You're not shocking the man.
exactly.
Yeah.
So in courtship, we both got to see each other very raw. It was very like you knew what you were getting yourself into. And at the time, I was wow.
I don't know why Phoebe's not related.
Come here. I think you think you're
And at the time, we were both very immature. It was very toxic. But because we were both very raw with each other, we learned how to mature in our emotions, like call each other out on this toxic behavior. And because we were walking towards marriage, like it was do or die, like we were both tired, like. So we weren't tired but like,
of being single, like you're here for
No. The guy was
tired.
they were children.
So it's by the way, either you or you.
Linda call.
No, yeah, it's either
Yeah, it's either
you or you. Like,
you. Yeah.
like I wanted
I'm not doing
him.
this
No,
again.
nobody else.
Yes, I wanted him. So, and he also wanted. Well, I mean,
Obviously,
what's the-
he wanted me. Yeah? So we had. So we had to make it work, and that's where the growth comes in. Both of you being willing to grow and to seek even external help with regard. That's when like accountability partners come in, talking to the pastors come in, counseling comes in. Because you're growing towards this unit of marriage. Yeah, so that's the boundaries.
I want to throw a spanner in the works by sounding ambiguous and say that God has a unique story for each couple.
That's true.
And God
That's
is
so
sovereign. That I think a lot of times we try to box dating and like tick this, and that's when it will work. But there's so many people who have ticked all that, and it
still
hasn't
it didn't
worked.
work. Yeah.
So I think there is a fluidity in allowing God to lead your relationship, because even the way you meet is different. Some people meet in like very emotionally like down places, and that's when they've met, and like their story is going to grow from that. So I think as much as we are advising on dating,
Everyone's
we should
story
be
is
careful
different.
like,
to define, we shouldn't define.
don't come here to look for like the rule book, because just like we've seen in the Bible, it's like God gives the principles, and we are not going like God cannot contradict himself. So I'm not saying the fluidity is for you first take with him. No, like, but there is a way the stories, like some people come from being enemies, others from being best friends. So I think there is that.
Talk to me direct.
Allowing God to lead the story, because I think also
I didn't like
they were enemies.
we were like absolute enemies. Okay, like me, I didn't
but
like
Mama, it
him
was
like
that
at all.
like I don't like that kind of enmity of
I don't know.
that enmity with passion.
Those boys that pull your hair.
But I wanted to add on that.
They can hear you.
I wanted to add on that when it comes to like the fluidity. For example, my husband and I, when we were still dating, he lived with my dad for some time. So as much as I'm talking about emotional boundary, there were some emotions that were it was hard to not have those emotions, because
mommy died,
my mom
and he
died
was
in
still
his hands, and he was still a boyfriend. And
even
so
the family broke emotional boundaries.
like even my father had broken already emotional boundaries, cultural boundaries, because I mean he was living with his son-in-law. But it first of all it enabled my dad to bond with my boyfriend, but also he worked at my dad's farm while we were still dating, and he managed it when my mom was still alive. So for me, I take it as a blessing that my mom got to meet him, talked to him, got to know him, because I remember one day they went and they were working with daddy and they were offloading chicken feeds, both my dad and him. And then he was sick. And then my mom came back and he's like, can you imagine? Daddy made my Muhima work. Do you know that Muhima was working? I'm like, but he's a man and he must have wanted to work. So I think there is, each person's story is different, because now my mom had passed. That on the burial day, you'd think he was already part of the family. He was moving up and down. He was the one directing. You would think I was the daughter-in-law. He was the one directing all the people where they were going. When I was crying, he was the one hugging me. So I think there is, everyone's story is different. So for me, God enabled that to happen. Even after my mom passed, he stayed with my dad for the longest time, because all of us were in school and my dad needed to have someone at home and we had no help, and he was there to be with my dad. So they did a lot of things together. And that bonded them that even up to now that we are married, my dad talks to him every day. I can spend a week without talking to my dad, but I'll hear that he would just send me greetings. Oh, daddy said hi to you. I'm like,
yeah. And I think, I don't know if there are ladies watching this that relate with me, but sometimes we are looking for these things to tick so that we can have the sense of control and sort of protect our hearts of, okay, they told me not to cry to you. Okay, I'm not trying to defend my crying, guys, but like, we are trying to find the box
So they have told me.
But I think at a point you have to be vulnerable with your person.
I think,
But there is
I think that's what we are
level.
talking about.
Yeah,
that
like of
allow. Again, don't
guard your heart is the
overcomplicate.
point.
Don't overcomplicate and lose the naturality of the situation. But again, control the nature, because nature can
because
make it
also
You said this
Elsie,
is
like
the
we talked
thing.
about, you're evaluating this person. Doesn't mean that you have the fact that you have marriage in mind doesn't mean that this person is legitly going to be your
Yeah.
husband.
Yes.
They may not be.
Sure.
And if they're not, and what if what if in your story
Yeah.
you're going to go 3-4
will
men
heal.
before your husband?
will
Are you going
heal.
to be having all these 4 men having this vulnerable side of you like that? Like there
The
should
truth
be.
that at the end of the day is okay.
But why are you
the root
going
of
through
the-
4 men?
Yeah, but
The
also,
thing is, you're
Not
guarding
what
your
you're
heart.
always saying.
yeah, no,
You're guarding your heart,
but
but when you're
Right.
guarding your heart,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean.
let's listen. Yeah,
When you're guarding your heart, it doesn't mean, because this is the way we are. Emotions are part of you. When you're guarding your heart, it doesn't mean Phoebs is my friend, right? I'm emotional with Phoebe.
yeah, because we're friends.
Yes, but it's not the same way I'm emotional with you. But that's still all me. You get my point.
Yeah, like
That
just
of-
wisdom.
Wisdom.
wisdom,
And there's
yeah.
a verse on
With wisdom.
there's a verse in Proverbs. I'll get it.
To be
But
as smart as the
that talks
serpent.
about how we need to use wisdom in situations, and that's the thing of at the
Use
end of the day,
wisdom.
guard your heart, because even when you can be unemotional, let's say unemotional,
And then the person will think you're platonic.
and your
you're
heart is not guarded. That's the thing. Like you can, and you're just putting on a front, but your heart is not guarded. But the emotions are not there. And
Yeah,
that's
you need help. You're just not a vulnerable person.
This is making me think that scripture. Are we guarding our hearts against a person or against evil and sin?
Against sin. Against
And you see,
sin.
that's the thing, because where it came from, the crying of, they become a shoulder that cry
Yeah.
on, then a
Then
body, and it's that sin. So like of you guarding your
Okay,
heart
yeah.
is to prevent that from happening.
sin
Yeah.
and the things that bring sin.
And the things that cause, basically. So it's not that when you're guarding your heart, you're not telling the person the truth, you're not calling out, you're not being your real self, and then you're shocking. Like basically what Tabitha was saying, like when you're guarding your heart, it doesn't mean you put on a front and you're just,
Yeah.
he says something, you're dying with emotion inside of,
I will not.
And you don't
react.
wanna you quarrel and cry because like also emotion is not just about there are some people who will just talk about serious things and they'll cry, and that doesn't mean that they are not allowed. For example, me, when I'm telling you something and it really like is close to my heart, I'm going to be as passionate enough that tears will come out of my eyes. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to finish what I'm telling you. I'm going to tell you amid tears, and you're going to understand what I'm telling you. Not because I want to be cuddled and wiped and
What I want anyway.
Sorry, just to expound one last thing on what Paul talked about sexual purity.
Yeah.
I feel like we're talking about the emotion a bit so much because we are girls.
Yeah.
we're girls.
But
yeah.
the reality of it is the sexual
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
very alive
And the men are
and in
watching
our
too.
churches. Yeah. I remember when I was dating, I really struggled with understanding the Bible's position on sexual purity because there's no point where it says do not have sex. Like,
It does say the marriage bed is sacred.
yeah, but it does not. Someone can argue. Let me not get into that.
but First Thessalonians 4:3-5.
Exactly.
When you want
So
to
this is
see
the will of God.
Exactly.
Your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality.
So
That's First Thessalonians.
again, like I said
4.
at the time when I was dating,
when
like Candy has said, when you want to sin, you want
can
to
argue
sin. Exactly.
anything.
So I really argued with our then youth pastor Gideon. I was like, man, like this thing, you're
Okay.
not making sense.
Sorry, Gideon.
Like, yeah.
Rev Cup.
Until there was a time, I think it was him or Zach who said to me that, okay, let's first leave like the biblical part of it because you've clearly not understood it. Let's make it practical. And for people like me who are very visual, practical explanation
Work
takes it
better.
home. Yeah. So he said that marriage is for the glory of God. Yeah. So everything you do in your marriage should be for the glory of God.
Sure.
So in date, like I said before, dating does not miraculously make you a saint. Sorry, marriage does not make you a saint. What you do in dating will be applied in marriage as well. So if you're able to abstain in dating, you can abstain in marriage. And the thing is, exactly, they are there. And you know, there are Christians who hold on until you say I do, then you're like a rabbit. And then your wife gets sick, or even you, the husband,
Just
breaks
small,
his
like,
leg,
yeah.
and you know he can't be.
Childbirth.
Thank
She has
you.
given birth,
Exactly.
She's sick now.
And now the man is like, I have to go and look
'Cause I need
elsewhere,
it.
or even the women as well. I have to go and look elsewhere. Exactly. And the statistics are that whilst women are in that pregnancy phase or in that postpartum phase is when
Most
infidelity happens. Yeah. So remembering that marriage is for the glory of God, even your abstinence is for the glory of God, even in your marriage.
Even
And
in your dating, it's for the glory of God.
Exactly, even in your dating.
Because the Bible says, whether we eat or drink, we should do everything for the glory of
Exactly.
God.
Yeah. So that school of thought really pushed me, and my husband was ready on this abstinence jazz. It was
You,
it was me who was like, explain it to me.
me.
Yeah. So it really took it home, and it was still hard,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it also goes to show that God's instructions are not just like a big old guy in heaven saying, do this, do that.
yeah.
They're actually for your good and his glory. Like,
And-
he's not just saying, Tabitha, don't. He
Yeah.
has a
Yeah.
reason, and it's a good reason.
And also, just because we are talking about Christian dating doesn't mean that we are now super heroes or superman, that now when you're dating with marriage in mind, you don't have feelings. Recently I was talking to Free Sarah, and I told her, man, I remember when we were still dating and guests would just hold my hand, and then I would have goose pimples, like my heart would be
They go away.
and then like that there was that
Fire.
it was like a fire, let me tell you guys. Like even me seeing him walk into a room, like I would be like, my goodness, I should look good, I should do what. And yes, now I still look good, I still take care of myself. But I was like, as much as there was an excitement that as if I was an adolescent. If you've been in a single school and they announce that boys are coming, you understand that feeling.
Yeah.
And that's how I used to be while dating. Like, if your hand.
But when you guys don't feel the electricity.
Let me tell you, there is even a time I thought I had that. Let me tell you, there is a time that I thought I had a problem because he would tell me, I love you. See that statement, I love you? And my heart would literally do, like, literally, and I feel like a sharp pain in my
People,
heart.
please forgive Candy.
We didn't introduce our fifth member of this podcast.
Audience.
The audience.
But just to tell you that if I was not a Christian, I think that would have
Because
been
that season,
because
it's exciting.
it's exciting. There is a lot of passion, and then like
more energy, more passion.
I don't know. Like when I try to explain it, I hope that you
It
feel it
does
too when
make
you're dating.
sense.
But
Yeah,
it
but-
takes intentionality with self-control. It takes intentionality that even when you're going for dates, you're not going to a. And if someone knows me, they know I am a physical touch person, so I like Subi.
Yeah.
But by the person I like, so it was a bit hard, but we managed.
But it's also never too late. Like if it's
Yeah.
something maybe you've been struggling with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God is a redeemer. That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
truth. So it's never too late to start.
Yeah.
To restart that journey.
And to
Yeah.
understand that
And-
even other people feel it too, just that
yeah.
God has to grow the
Yeah.
the fruit of self-control in you.
And I think also, like, just adding to what you said, if you like, to the Christian ladies watching this, at the end of the day, it's only Christ that satisfies. I
True.
promise you're excited about that feeling. I promise it's not gonna, in fact, it's going to, like, you're gonna feel so bad after acting on that emotion. So, like,
you'll feel guilty.
remind yourself that because of the path you're on, you've chosen that Christ is your reward, and he's serious about it. Like, he's serious about his part of the deal. So he's actually going to be serious about showing you the emptiness in every other thing you pursue. And you're putting it as priority over him. So you have something to add. Please do.
I recently saw a post. It said, if having sex, I think it was a TikTok, if having sex with that boy is more important to you than your relationship with Christ, definitely you don't value Christ as much as as you think you do. You definitely,
as much as those 10 minutes.
It doesn't mean that, like, the urge to, or like the desire should
Is
be
wrong.
absent. Like, the desire, God gave you the
It's
desire. It
there.
has its time. Just
It's
be
scientific
relaxed.
and it's
Anyway,
natural.
not all of us are promised
Just
marriage, so
have
that you could
self-control.
live with the desire for life. Just saying.
Wow.
But
I
just
cannot
to,
imagine living with that desire for life.
just to remind yourself that
just because
Christ
you've
should
crossed
be-
that bridge,
I
the
crossed
bridge
Christ should be
that-
more important than he should be your number one desire.
Yeah, true. That's the point.
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
guys. Wow. Anyway, now to the part that I'm well versed at. Speaks to the woman that is waiting on God for a partner. What do you do in the season of waiting? Singlehood. Yeah. Like, what do you do?
What do you do? My mom used to
We'll start with our
say.
graduates.
My mom used to say that if you want a man with a car, you should find him where you parked yours,
parking
in
lot.
the parking lot. Of course, she didn't mean it literally, but what she meant that the kind of man you want, be the kind of woman that man you want would be attracted to. So if you're attracted to a man who is gentle and, loves the Lord, is passionate about the Lord, he's doing all those things, and that's the kind of man you like, think about the kind of woman he would find attractive and try investing in yourself to become that kind of woman. So for me, I think that's what it is.
For me, it's what Phoebe said, being content in Christ in your
Yes.
singlehood journey. This is, I really hope my parents are not watching this. They're probably not, but anyway. Before I met my husband, I was a serial crusher, and Elsie knows this. Oh my god. Every man that walked, not
You'd
every
have a
man,
crush.
not every man, the cute ones.
The cute one.
You'd be on those
That's
trains.
the first
I have a crush. Yeah, a crush for you. A crush for you. A crush for you. Yeah, yeah, and
And somehow they all had crushes, but so Elsie had to
Come out.
Yeah. And it was just the excitement, really.
Yeah.
It was like, when I think about it now, I was just being a child.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I was praying with Elsie, I don't know if you remember this, but then we declared a fast. We said we are fasting crushes. We declared a fast, and it was a 6-month fast. Yeah.
It was supposed to be 6 months.
Okay, let me tell the story. It was a 6-month fast. Yeah, it technically was, because in this fast, during that period is when I met my husband. But remember, I still had the mentality of I am
crush.
fasting
Yeah.
crushes. So even as I was
I'm fasting
really
crushes.
like, I was
Hashtag.
fighting it. I was fighting the urge, and I tell Elsie, and she was like, "Man, we are fasting." I'm like, "Thank you." Yeah, then all the other people who are encouraging us, but you see, God worked through them, because officially we began dating on the last day of June.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the first was still June.
Yeah,
Man, I used
So-
to police Tabitha.
yeah.
Like,
But you guys have
imagine me
Christian
living
friends.
out of my
Have Christian friends.
getting
Have
out
you
of
seen
my
what?
house.
Yeah.
Bambi,
So
yeah.
in that season, I was so intentional on being content with God. Like, yes, this hand-told, that handsome man was there, but it was, be content, because I was honestly tired of the crushes. So in your season of waiting, and then there's that verse of seek first the kingdom of God, and all the things will be added unto you. These things are, a husband is something that is added unto you. Love is added unto you, but
Yeah.
seek first the kingdom of
Tell
God.
them you were seeking the kingdom
Yeah.
of God.
Mm.
Important.
I think for me it's really chasing Christ, chasing after God, and also being, I think it has changed over time. Well, there's a point where like relearning who you are, like, because me as an individual, I'm ever evolving. Where I was last year, not a clue who she was, and in a good way, she was a good person, but
New hair, new
Man,
eyebrows.
like of everything. I had these eyebrows last year, please. In Jan, yeah, just
New hair, new eyebrows.
but like I'm constantly evolving, but getting to know who I am and being a better version of who I was. That's even in line with Christ, and also I think being who I want to be. Like I've reached a point where, mommy, I'm very sorry, but like when even if I don't get married, I'm okay. And I am glad I've come to that place. And it's a thing and so reaching that place means I have had to what do I want? What am I want? And then improving in certain areas of my life. So
Investing
basically,
in yourself.
investing in myself. Okay, that one I overdo. But
Because it wasn't
that has never been a problem. But in all aspects, getting a community of female friends. I love it for me. But also now I know you people, most of you may disagree, but I go out more often, at least if I'm home for 7 days, at least in one of those days, I will step out of the house, even if it's in a neighborhood, but at least I am getting out of the house. So all those things, slowly by slowly. So
Nice.
Going for trips.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, traveling.
Going for
By the way,
traveling.
that
You,
one,
last year
Traveling for
you
two.
did a thing.
the aisle I'm walking down.
Yeah.
Has stairs, unlike some of you on flat ground. Anyways, my take on the waiting. First, I've been trying to renew my mind from thinking about it in the angle of waiting. Because we look at it as waiting for a partner. Who promised you that partner? Who told you that partner is coming? You could as well wait for the one that you are assured of.
Second
and that is
coming.
Christ. And I think the theme of life generally, single or married, widowed, because even the thing, what if now you marry and they die? It can happen, it's not in your control. So turning your focus from waiting for this person, because you limit your life. The things you're talking about that you're doing are things that ideally, if you want to do them and if you have room to do them, it shouldn't be this season is stopping me from doing this, because I'm waiting for someone that person is not promised. It's not I don't even know how to explain it because it's dear to my heart, guys. Just turn your eyes onto Jesus.
Focus on what's
focus
above.
on God.
Yeah.
If he's not, there is that thing of if God thought you are ready for a relationship, don't you think you'd be in one right now? So you could as well focus on what he's focusing on, and that is not if you wanted a man in your life, he could snap. And you don't even have to. The whole thing we are talking about of first know who you are and what there are people who have met and they don't have all those advantages.
Also they shouldn't rush it out.
Yeah.
Take time in the season God has put you
Yeah.
in.
Also,
Even if you're
not
dating,
focusing
And
on
take time.
don't limit it as
Yeah.
it's a season that is preparing me for marriage.
it may not be. It may be
Exactly.
where you're supposed to be.
But the one
and-
thing you're sure about is Christ. So be diligent in that. So
Also-
if he decides to interrupt that journey with a man,
It's
let
him.
Yeah.
Also, another thing we tend to do as girls is we focus more on, oh my God, I want this kind of man. Kwetega is the word. If you forget about yourself, what God has blessed you
Kwetega
with.
for the English speakers.
in this time.
Man, that's the way it
Yeah.
was. Of basically
Yeah.
placing yourself
Yeah.
for that man of doing everything, let's say, this man would want. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm disagreeing with Paul, but yeah.
yeah.
Everything for this man, the man may not be there.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life in Christ. I should say it like that.
Yeah.
Don't say I will wait to travel with my man. Travel. Don't
Please travel.
Enjoy
when
your
the
life.
babies
Take yourself
come.
on dates.
Yeah.
When the babies come.
Yeah.
I feel like we need to do the outro now before-
My mantra is focus on what God is focusing on, Phoebe. Like, at least that's how I always bring myself back to balance. Like, you're so obsessed with this thing, just bring your focus back to where God's focus is. And if a man happens to fall in God's focus, he's a lucky one. Because I'm such a catch.
Sorry, what were you saying? I've given you my hand twice.
Sorry. But yeah, like, really, like, don't limit, not me agreeing and continuing, but like, don't limit your like, don't be so like non-sighted, like, just turn it. And this goes to everything. And I know I've said this before, and someone said, Phoebe, because you've not hit 30 and single. And I think I pray that in case I reach 30 and I'm single, I'll be reminded of this, that God is who is important,
And he's
exactly, because I think what happens is, then when you reach that age of pressure, then you forget, but the basics remain the basics.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, this was nice. Love it so much. Thank you guys for watching and just laughing with us. Please share with us more about like what you've learned in dating, whether
What
in or
questions
out.
you have.
What questions do you have? What do you agree or disagree with? Because we've said so much, and as you can see, we are all learning, guys. So
Yeah.
Minus them.
Share,
Emunange.
subscribe.
We are also learning.
We are also learning.
Singles one side.
Sing on one side.
Gambia. Anyways, catch you guys next time. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Like, just do all those cute things. Yeah. And we can't wait to catch you in the next episode.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
That's all.